Hello guys, and welcome to the second episode of Redstone for Beginners. Today we will be taking an in-depth look at comparators and how they work. Comparators have three main functions and also have many uses in simple redstone circuits. The first and most well-known use of a comparator is to detect how full a container is. A full container will emit a signal strength of 15, and the more empty it gets, the lower signal strength it will emit. Like that. A full stack of items will always produce the same amount of signal in a container. It does not matter if it stacks to 1, 16 or 64. For example, if we put 2 items that are stackable to 1 in this chest, it will emit a 2 signal strength. If we put 16 stackable items, it will still emit a 2 signal strength. If we put items that stack 64, it will still give off a 2 signal strength, even though it is way more items than with the 1 stackable item. The items that comparators can measure are furnaces, brewing stands, hoppers, hopper minecarts, chest minecarts, dispensers, droppers, chests, trapped chests, double trapped chests. There are also about 5 or 6 more items that comparators can measure. The cake is measured how many slices are eaten. The cauldron is measured by how much water there is in the cauldron. The end portal frame is measured by if there's an eye of ender in it or not. Let me show you that. So off, on. The item frame is measured by the rotation of the item. The jukebox is measured by how many, if it's a record in the jukebox and what one it is. And the command block is measured by if the last command succeeded or failed. The next use for a comparator is to compare two signal strengths. If the side input is stronger than the back input, then the comparator will not emit a signal from the front. However, if the back input is the strongest, then the signal will be preserved from here to here. As you can see, this is 11 and this is also 11. This can be used if we were to replace these with 2 levers, a door lock system thing, that this lever doesn't do anything until this lever is switched on. This could be used to open a door where you could give permission to someone to open the door. Finally, comparators can be switched into subtract mode by right-clicking them. As you just saw, the back torch switches on when the comparator is in subtract mode. What it does is subtract the strongest side input from the back input, like this. If we turn this lever on, then we have a input of 12 on this side and 9 on this side. 12 minus 9 is 3, so this should be 3. If we turn this off and put that on, we now have 12 minus 11, and that is 1. So there you go. You can also use comparators to make some simple redstone circuits. This one is a block made of a comparator on subtract mode with 3 pieces of dust running around it. The signal comes in here and then it comes round, and it does 15 minus the 15 that comes round, and it gets 0, which goes into an off, and then it does 15 minus 0 is 15, so it goes on and it keeps going on and off. This is a 1 tick pulse because look, the piston lets go of its block. Now this circuit is a pulse extender. The comparators are on compare mode, which is the first mode. So, and when we turn it on and turn it off, we get a nice long pulse. You can extend this to make the pulse longer. Now, how it works is the signal comes into here, and the comparator keeps it, and then it gives it to this comparator, and it keeps it and gives it to this and so on, and then it comes to the dust, and it gets one lower when it gets to there, and then the comparator takes it, gives it to here and here and here and here, and it gets one lower again here, so it takes the time for the comparators to activate, plus the time it takes for the current to wear down. So that's why it is a pulse extender. It gradually turns off. Now this circuit is a randomizer. It uses the fact that comparators emit a stronger pulse when they get one non-stackable item compared to when they get one stackable item. When we push this button, if a non-stackable item goes into the dropper, it will emit a longer pulse or a longer signal, and if the stackable item, it will emit a short signal, which you can hook up to a decoder to create two different ways of powering something. So there we go, you got a 1 signal. Here we got a 3 signal, and it's completely random. That is Comparators for Beginners. Again, there will be another episode of Redstone for Beginners this time next week. And if you missed last week's episode, there is a link to the playlist on screen now. Thanks for watching. Please leave a like or subscribe if you enjoyed, and goodbye.